directly on the Democratic Party's giant floppy trough.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is just unbelievable. I think Hillary Clinton ought to go down there herself and literally suckle all the children.
Right. So, Alex, the first day we came down here, there was a news van and some other people down here. But I want to show, as we approach up here, the yellow barricades down here. These weren't here yesterday.
Hey, Jakari, let me ask you a question on the side issue before you get down there.
Yeah.
We're doing a great job, by the way. That report we just aired was very powerful. It's up on Infowars.com. We're 20-1 demonstrators against the open borders versus one pro-illegal person. Just amazing. If you'd watch the media, you would think it was the opposite. Right. But does Michelle Obama look normal to you?
I haven't seen her lately. Was there some new photo or a video of her?
Well, did you hear about Joan Rivers saying that she thinks she's a transvestite?
Oh, I've heard that. I'm not really one. I don't want to find out either. I don't want to do it. Don't send me to the White House on that one, Alex. I'll sit that one out. But,
you don't want to investigate Michael Obama?
I'll pass on that. That's
what about Bradley Manning? What's Bradley Manning's new name?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, and that was quite a shock to me. But yeah, I don't want to.
I think Chelsea's actually pretty good looking. Can we put Chelsea up on screen? No. Yeah, I'm going to stop joking right there. Hey, seriously, Jakari.
Yeah.
We figured out who Michelle really is.
Oh,
it's
who is she?
Merman from the Legion of Doom.
Wow. You do that, what's that guy's name? The intro guy, the narrator for Super Friends?
You know, no one's heard me do my Ted Knight voice.
Yeah. Come on, give us one. Give us one.
Aquaman summoned 3 giant whales. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, the Super Friends were meeting with Spider-Man, Batman, and Aquaman. All right. and that's why I am an authority. It's her.
Yes.
There it is, Michelle Obama. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's from He-Man. Merman is from He-Man. I'm totally wrong.
Yeah, and Spider-Man's not in the DC universe. Well, I'll let that one slide, Alex. But is that the interview where Joan Rivers walked out of CNN? I saw that headline somewhere.
Yeah. Well, no. Now being interviewed about that, she walked out.
Okay.
Of course, I think Joan Rivers may be a robot.
Well, she does look like she had a few augmentations over the years.
You know, the reason I say Merman from the He-Man, Castle of Grayskull, Eye of the Power universe looks like Michelle, and I conflated it with, there's a bad guy at the Legion of Doom as
He's
well.
Black Manta?
Yeah,
He's
Black Manta.
Yeah.
But I got to say, Merman looks just like her.
Oh, maybe. Well, Black Manta wears the helmet, so you can't really see what he looks like. But maybe Merman. It's been a while since I've seen He-Man. I'll have to check that out when we get back to the hotel.
Can you say by the power of Grayskull?
By the power of Grayskull.
Listen, that's
Joan
a good
Rivers
voice.
Walks out of the CNN interview.
Man, Jakar, your voice sounds good.
Oh, thank you.
Can you say this is CNN?
This is CNN. Well, you do, James, better than I do.
This is CNN. Closed caption. But my voice is so shot now, I can't even. I used to do it perfectly.
Well, everybody likes said like Starscream and Cobra Commander.
What do you mean?
I can't. It's hard for me to hear a voice and mimic. Because people ask me all the time to do your voice.
Dear.
And I can't do a good Alex Jones impression. I sound like I just smoke like 20 packs of cigarettes.
Anyways, Jakari. No, it's true. I smoke 20 packs of cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm joking.
No, you don't smoke. You blew out your voice yelling. That's how Alex lost his voice. Because we were watching that while you were on vacation. We were running all those retrospectives. And we were like, man, Alex sounds like a completely different person. You know, but that was before years of which one of you is the federal informant? Which one of you is the federal informant? And all the great stuff.
Hey, I think a cop's coming up behind you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to step in the street, but maybe I can grab his attention.
Hold on. Skip the network break. Skip the network break. I apologize, folks, for being too lighthearted.
I'm a citizen in distress here. Let me see if I can get this guy's attention.
Yeah, ask him if he's going to investigate.
Officer. Hello, sir. Sir, or miss. I'm sorry, miss. I didn't mean to be rude. We heard reports that you're asking the people to step off the property. Is that true?
I can't give any information right now. I got to go work on some other stuff. But,
okay. Well, if I can ask you an unrelated question to this, what kind of firearms do you have in there? Those are some pretty sweet. Show those
I have a
guns.
rifle and a shotgun.
Rifle, yeah. Those are pretty sweet, pretty tactical. You get a good shot of that. Okay. So,
all right, sir. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. Now, let me. Do you have any concerns about the people out here? Are you going to bring any riot police or any people to try to control the crowds if there's another crowd blocking the streets?
I can't answer that question, but you can contact our Lieutenant John Flavin. He's our PIO, and you can ask him that question.
Okay, thank you, miss.
You're welcome.
All right, the police here are so nice. You know, it's not like some places I've been and you got to fight with everybody.
But, well, Jakari, you also come off as the All-American.
Oh, yeah.
That's why everybody's nice to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're probably not nice to you because you yell at them now.
You're going to be the new star of Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty much the thing. Like we asked her, you know, if it was true that they're asking the people to step off the property. Like we haven't had a chance to, you know, get over to where the main people are and talk to them personally. But we do see in the distance people kind of packing up and moving off, I guess, the property line. Possibly. We haven't had a chance to really look into that because we've been live on air.
Meanwhile, Aquaman battles the serpent.
I like, you know, Aquaman's kind of coming up in the years, you know, but he's still one of the weirdest superheroes out there, I guess.
I can't do it as good as Ted Knight, though. Yeah, that's the guy from Caddyshack. He also does the voice on there.
Is that Spalding? Is that the same guy or is that a different guy?
Meanwhile, Lex Luthor in his underground base.
Yeah.
All right. A little bit of comic relief. I don't know why I'm being so catty and goofy today. I apologize. Getting serious here, and I'm about to get serious,
yeah.
Jakari. Anything else you'd like to add reporting from Southern California?
Just we're expecting to see the big crowds, or at least the crew is. I have to get back tomorrow on the plane because I have some family coming into town, but we'll have...
So you have your long scheduled vacation.
Well, that's not my official vacation. My dad's coming in town for a family reunion, and so he has to... I have to get there and meet him, but my actual vacation will be later on this month, and I am very much looking forward to that.
But you didn't tell me you don't know where you're going yet.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to do a staycation. So, I mean, I'll be in and around the Texas area, maybe go visit my my siblings in that D city I'm not exactly fond of, but I love the people there, just not too fond of the city, and do some other things as well.
Oh, so my gosh, you're going to be vacationing in Dallas.
No. I didn't say
that is classic. Oh, my.
I didn't say I was vacationing. I said I would go visit.
Jakari really doesn't like Dallas, folks.
You know, I'm sure many fine people there. It's just not exactly for me.
I hear you.
Yeah, you're from Dallas. You got in fights all the time in Dallas. You know what's going on down there.
Yes, it was totally different than Austin.
How many fights was it you got into in Dallas, Alex?
None.
No.
It's all lies, Jakari.
No, Alex.
I had a completely uneventful life. In fact, this radio show is not happening.
Like this morning? What are you talking about uneventful?
Nothing is... Actually, today's been pretty eventful. But, but nothing is going on. There's nothing to see here. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Move along.
Okay, that's the story. I'm sure the mainstream will have a different spin on that, but all right.
By the way, what do you think is going to happen tonight when Lord Obama visits with the Grand Dragon of La Raza and Mecha, Robert Rodriguez?
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know if they're going to hang out and watch Machete or, you know, what exactly the plans are. And I also heard either Rick Perry invited him or Obama invited Rick Perry to have some type of meeting to talk about the situation they expect to happen in Dallas. I've heard reports they want to bring the kids up there to those abandoned schools. But, you know, Robert Rodriguez, I used to like some of his movies back in the day, like Desperado and some of the earlier works. But recent years, he's kind of gotten away from me. But he does have a very nice studio. I saw it in a DVD commentary one time.
Yeah, well, I knew him. I mean, met him a few times and knew his wife. But when I got the bad word, I was out there at his studios. He's basically taking them over at the time. He was just in them out there at the old airport. And I was hanging out with the crew consulting on a movie. And Rodriguez's wife was out there before he divorced her to just tell this story. And yeah, you know, she goes, yeah, I've given him all the films, but he doesn't like you because you're not down with the Raza. And that was like in 2004. And I didn't know all that about him at the time. And then he just went off the deep end. And in my opinion, Mecha and La Raza are the Hispanic Ku Klux Klan. I know you talked to a lot of Hispanic folks out there that said that's how they see it, because that's what it is. It's just it's mainline supported. And he's like a kingpin of that now. I mean, he's like an El Jefe.
Wow.
And that's what he runs here in Texas. So he's kind of hanging up his directors. I mean, what I've heard from insiders is he's even talking about getting out of that, and he's just going to run Democratic Party, White House run, race-based TV shows.
Well, that would make sense why he's hanging out with Obama then, if that's what he's planning to do.
Yeah, I was told this by a director about 2 years ago, and then I was told this by an insider. I'm not going to say any more. I mean, somebody that's like right next to him. And again, this isn't a white versus black versus Hispanic thing.
No.
We were brought by a Hispanic member of the crew who was senior. The Machete first script, and it was the script. Turned out it was the script. Rodriguez went in the paper and said it wasn't the script when Drudge and the National News picked it up. And then they cut out some of the race war stuff in it because of the protest. But really, us protesting it probably made the movie bigger. I have nothing against Robert Rodriguez. It's just that he doesn't like me because I'm white. And I happen to know the guy is like a crazy racist.
Alex, I wouldn't let that bother. Well, I know you got bigger fish to fry.
But I mean, the guy's made hundreds of millions of dollars in America. He'd get kidnapped and killed down in Mexico. And the fact that he's dabbling with the Mexican mafia and stuff is very dangerous. But what the word I've gotten is his elevator doesn't go all the way to the top now. And, you know, money destroys a lot of people, bro. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What is it? They say like 95% of people that win a lottery are either dead in jail or bankrupt in like 2 years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's well, when you get that sudden money or that sudden fame, it really gets to people, whether it's, you know, people, I guess, like Rodriguez or anybody else, those lottery winners, because their whole life changes or how people view them change. And it just becomes one big downward spiral for a lot of people.
Well, Quentin Tarantino, I mean, I don't like the Nazis, but they put out that race porn, then they put out, you know, that's the one that's really serious, which is literally just meant to create false histories, exaggerate, open old wounds, in my view. And then it's so funny to Quentin Tarantino, who is, again, just into racial stuff. I mean, I like Pulp Fiction, but still, it's shocking, a lot of the stuff in it. And they almost feel dirty after you watch it. But then after that point, it just becomes race porn, is my view.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I've seen interviews with Tarantino, and he likes using, I guess, those likes to hit on those racial themes a lot. And I'm not exactly sure, you know, what brought him to that point, but it's a very big deal in pretty much all, if not most, if not all of his films. Maybe not so much in was it Reservoir Dogs? I don't recall it too much, but
no, race isn't an issue in his good films, is my point. And then that's all he does, because Hollywood wants that. It's part of the messages you see everywhere.
Oh, yeah. They always want you to think about race because you think in the class, or I'm being oppressed, or this person's doing this to me, instead of, you know, trying to just grow and achieve in your own right. It's always this person is doing X, Y, Z to me.
They want you to only think in a group so they can have leaders that control that group. Because if everybody goes off in their own direction, it will organically be a free market of ideas, and then everybody will just come together anyways. So in the name of political correctness, it actually creates the division. And they know full well what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, you can see this all the time, because we see it in the media, you know, whether it's the movies we already mentioned or the TV shows or, you know, video games, whatever it might be. It's plenty out there.
Well, Jakari, I know you guys are going to be covering that. Thank you for going out there. I know Biggs and Kit and Owens are going to be staying out there till Friday.
Oh, well, no. Josh is already back, and Kit is going to be pulling a little bit of double duty. He's going to be doing, I guess, some part-time camera work as well as writing. So he needs.
Well, it just shows how little I know. I have no idea what's going on around here.
Well, we try to keep the trains on the track, and thus far I think we've done it so far. So I got confidence in the guys. Just Kit may need a little help on his writing duties, maybe. I don't know.
Well, when are you going to make the jump into hyperspace?
Me? Oh, I'm not a writer. I can't.
No, then when are you coming back to Austin?
When I'm getting back to Austin, I'll be leaving tonight, and I'll be back sometime late tonight, early tomorrow morning.
All right, Jakari Jackson, thank you so much for spending time with us out there from Marietta, California, site of just one area where the government has been caught, thanks to Jakari Jackson, Don Salazar, John Bound, and the rest of them in Texas documenting it, and thanks to DrudgeReport.com. Because it might have broken nationally, if just Infowars.com and the show covered it. Drudge gets watched by all the media and is the only talking points outside of Mordor that has any effect. And so the story has now been forced thanks to all of us taking action. We'll be back with our guests. Stay with us.
We're on the march.